Okay, this is going to be a series or a really long video, real time, of me building my website. The very first thing you need to do, which I have already done, is you need a domain name. Mine is techsupportiv.com. You could buy that from a domain registrar, or sometimes your host, which is the second thing you need, will sell them. But sometimes you can get a cheaper domain from a different registrar. Then you have to connect them together if they're separate. But if you bought them at the same place, then you won't have to do that part. But anyway, I already did that part, connected them, and here we are. I have done literally nothing except for tell my host that this is my domain from my domain registrar. Okay, now we need to, I'm going to make a WordPress site. So we have to install WordPress onto the website. And every host is going to be a little bit different. Like this one has this easy install and manage WordPress. Let me just show you something really quick. Okay, this is what a lot of cPanel or backend looks like. And at the towards the very bottom is where you'll see the different things that you can install on your site. SiteGround is a little bit more user-friendly for people that aren't super comfortable. You can do this one, but if you want WooCommerce, you could always just load it later. You don't have to select this. Even if you select this, you could still get WooCommerce. I'm going to click install, and again, if you have a different host, there it might say folder, main folder, and there might be a backslash there. You just want to leave the backslash alone, and if you make a mistake, then you should be able to contact your host and have them help you fix it. But if you are working with a new host and you're not really sure what to do, it's always a good idea to Google some instructions, and there should be a really simple to follow step-by-step where you can get started, because this can be one of the scariest, trickiest parts is really getting set up. So right now I'm able to go to my website and it should already be installed. And the default login for your website, which is not super safe, is you just put /WP login and you log in with your credentials. So because that's not really safe, because anyone could basically type in yourwebsite.com/WP admin and then try and hack in your password, you definitely want to take some security steps. And I like to use iThemes security, I think it's called. It's a plugin. Basically, WordPress, think of WordPress if you think of it like a smartphone, then your plugins are your apps. There's just pretty much an app to do anything on WordPress. So that was the complicated way, but you can just go here and it will automatically log you in from SiteGround, and a lot of things will do that. It's not doing it because I'm already logged in. If I was to log out and then click here, it will automatically log me in. But I just wanted to show you that you can do this and that you should update that. That should be one of the first things that you do, which we will talk about. But I want to talk about the SSL security certificate really quickly. If somebody goes to your website, and some hosts don't automatically do this, but see how when I type that in, it just said HTTP without the S, then it's going to say not secure. And when someone tries to view it, it's going to be warning, this is a dangerous site, even though it's really not. But there's no SSL security certificate. So you have to type http://id.com, because SiteGround automatically has the SSL certificate. See, and then whatever this is just when they installed WordPress. When I just installed WordPress, it just came standard. And we're also going to talk about themes. I was trying to think of a good analogy for a theme, but it's basically the default way that everything on your website looks. And there's a lot of different themes. There's Divi, Total, there's standard themes. If you go to this left sidebar, appearance themes, you're going to see the current installed theme is called 2023. We are going to work with a theme called Cadence with a K, and we'll get to that in a second. Okay, I think this is really step one completed. I wanted to talk about the HTTPS. Okay, so that's something we have to deal with on our host. We need to go in and make sure that, okay, you know how everyone used to do www. So it automatically it's like a redirect, basically. We want to make sure that when someone types in just techsupportiv.com, and if their browser automatically just did the HTTP, that it will automatically redirect to HTTPS. So that's the first thing. And we'll talk about email to DNS zone editor. Okay, here we go. Oh, okay, here. So do you see here how it says the www dot? Okay, this is where we're going to deal with this. Okay, so this part is kind of complicated. So you're gonna probably want to look up something specific to your host and how to do it. Just like on your computer, you have, well, on your website, you also have files. So you could think of it in that way. I'm going to my file manager. When I was showing you like that other type of a cPanel, there's also going to be a file manager. And since we've installed WordPress, this is specific for WordPress. Okay. I'm going to include this website because this is a really good little guide. It tells you all about it. I haven't set up Google Search Console yet, but that's something else we can talk about. Okay, so we're here. We want to set up your redirects and your htaccess file. Okay, so we just want to copy this code and we want to paste it in here. So this could break my website if you do it wrong, but we're going to see what happens. Okay, save. It worked! I did it! Okay, so that's what I like to do. supportiv.com. What I want to do is I want to open it in a new income window, and I'm going to go to, I'm going to go to HTTP, but not PS, supportiv.com. And then what's supposed to happen is it's supposed to redirect it automatically to HTTPS. You do not need to re-put all like this open tag, rewrite engine on, or this close tag. And I just pasted this in htaccess right under the engine on, and now we can go into security. So the main dashboard, right? And we're gonna go to plugins, and we're gonna go to add new, and I'm gonna search iThemes. I like iThemes because it's free and it has a good paid version, and it lets me do a two-factor authentication so that you have to two-factor authenticate. Okay, so I searched it, I found the one I wanted, I pressed install, it installed, and now you have to press activate. And then if you want to find it again, you go to iThemes security, here it is. But you can either go here and click setup, or since I'm already right here where it like redirected me, I'm going to do settings, and I'm going to show you how to set up two-factor authentication. So, okay, you should set up on your mobile app. I have the Google Authenticator, which is this red one. Okay, so I did that, and then I have to type in the code. Okay, and then I'm going to enable and the backup code. When you click this, what happens is it pops up with like a picture with a bunch of backup codes. I save that in a file, or I write them down, print it out, save it in a physical file, whatever you want to do. And then if you don't have your phone and you can't get into your email, you can use those backup codes, and then you can only use each of them once. So every time I use them, I'll like scratch it out so I know I can't use it again. And then you can always generate new backup codes, but I don't want to go through that all right now, so I'm not going to show you what my backup codes are. Okay, it totally showed you the backup codes are, so I'm going to have to redo it. But anyway, they come up in a text file. So, okay, two-factor setup complete. We are ready to go. Okay, we talked about security. We did the HTTPS, and I think I have done enough for now. So I'm going to go over installing the theme, which is the overall look like we talked about, and start like building my site and stuff. And I'll go over this again, but the main parts of your website on a WordPress site is your pages, which are your main pages, and then your posts, which is like your blog. They're not the same thing, but they kind of are. Like, you can use a blog page as a web page. It's just that in WordPress, the way that they use their posts is that your new posts will stack on top of each other, and the theme that you choose has a lot to do about what kind of options you have of how that's displayed. But your pages would be more like your home page, your about page, your privacy policy page, etc. Okay, that's all for now. I hope that this was helpful. And if you want somebody to build your website, I will have links down below to people who you can pay to do this. Okay, bye.